I'm Mikey Bledsoe, and this is Cooking and Picking. And today we're making fake seafood pike-filled poppers. Now you say light that fire.
Light that fire!
Oh, we're cooking and we're picking on the side of that mountain. Yes, we're picking and we're cooking, and you know the food is right. 'Cause we're cooking and we're picking. Listen to the songs right here. Well, we're cooking and we're picking at the Lucky Star in Swatchy Valley, Tennessee.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Today's special guest, we have Michael Reno Harrell. This is your second time on the show.
I'm glad to be back. I
Man.
came back hungry again.
I appreciate it. Well, I'm going to feed you something here in a little bit.
I'm waiting.
And you said you was going to play us a song here in a little while.
Well, depends on how these turn out.
I understand. Today we are doing a variation of the pike-filled poppers. These are the fake seafood pike-filled poppers. And on this recipe, what you need is, of course, some jalapenos. We got some bacon bits. We've got some fake crab meat. That's why these are fake seafood. We got some cheese. We got some cream cheese and a little bit of Old Bay, fresh bay seasoning to go on top of that. First thing we need to do is get this fire lit and get these peppers just softened up just a little bit. All right, I think these jalapenos are about softened up. I like to put them on the grill for a little bit just to soften them just a bit before we get ready to stuff them and put them back on there. Let's see what we got. They look good. And boy, they smell good. Oh yeah, them are ready to go.
Ooh, they're steaming.
All right, while those are cooling down a little bit, you care if I ask you a few questions?
Depends on what they are. you care if I give you a few answers?
Just a few. Well, first thing is, let everybody out there know where they can find you at.
Michael Reno, R-E-N-O, just like in Nevada.com. You can find out more than you ever wanted to know.
That's right. Check him out, ladies and gentlemen. Check him out, please do. He's a
Lot of
wonderful
YouTube.
singer-songwriter. I absolutely love his stuff. And you've got, since last time I seen you, you've been busy. You've been working?
I've always been working except during the pandemic. My wife likes for me to be gone.
I understand. I have one of those too.
Yeah. She's been my booking agent for right at 30 years now. And people ask me, how much does your booking agent get? And I say 100%.
That's right. That's the way that's supposed to be. Well, where have you been playing? Have you been all over the place? Or
I've played in, I think, something around 45 states and maybe 6 countries or something.
Oh, wow. So you've been busy.
Yeah,
been busy.
yeah. Well, you meet a lot of wonderful people out there doing what I do.
You do?
I do a lot of house concerts and a lot of, that's storytelling festivals and things like that, folk festivals. And typically people that are interested in listening to that kind of stuff are really nice people.
They
I
usually
mostly
are.
work for people that aren't trying to make any money off of me. That's really neat. Most of the storytelling festival I work, they're all volunteers. They got grants to give, to pay you and all that. And house concerts, nobody in a house concert, they just want to make enough money so that you're happy and send you on your way and do it again.
That's right. That way they can do it again.
Yeah,
I'm
lucky.
I do a few of those myself. I really do. I understand that you've got a little project you've been working on.
Yeah, we've been over at Schultz Recording Studios right here in the Sequatchie Valley. My old friend Chris Schultz and I, we go back to high school, so that's been over, 10 years ago?
About that.
Yeah, something
We'll
like
go
that.
with that. We'll go with
At
that.
least 10 years. But Chris was the first person that I knew that ever had a multi-track. He had a T-Act 4-track back in the 70s, I guess it was. We knew each other in high school. He managed a band that my sister-in-law was in, and we've known each other. We've been roommates. We lived in an apartment in Knoxville, and we married both the girls that lived next door. I mean, we go way back, but Chris has, and you know this because you've been there, but he has just a state-of-the-art recording studio.
Absolutely
here.
beautiful.
I've done a lot of recording in Nashville. I recorded Gary Tallent's studio and Monkey Finger and a bunch of them. Chris's studio is as nice as any studio I've been in.
I agree with that. Like I say, I've been there myself, and I had some wonderful times there. And you couldn't ask for a better person to work with, also.
He's not hard to get along with. I'll give you that. He has as much fun as we do, and that's that's important.
But it
He
is.
likes being on that side, and I like being on this side, and it's been working out for years.
And I find also that he does his job, and he now every once in a while he might say, "Hey man, what do you think about doing this?" But he pretty much lets you be your artist and lets you do what you need to do. I mean, he's not trying to take control, but
No, he's not a producer especially, but
I
if he hears something that needs to be redone,
he does,
he's
and I
insistent.
do appreciate everything he said. He's always been true
Well,
to me.
you know, when you're in the moment, a lot of times you don't hear those things, that he's sitting there listening to. So it's a symbiotic relationship. We've been best friends and brothers-in-law. We've been all kind of stuff. We've been all over the country.
Now this new project you're working on, I do know that you've been in the studio and you've been working on a lot of tunes and things. Is this going to be a new album for you, or is this just laying down some more tracks?
We
or?
don't really know. I've been playing a lot with Eli, who's been on your show, and I think he's going to be on again. Eli and I make a really good duo. He's 30 years old and a genius, and I hate him. But he's one of the greatest. I mean, I've been lucky to play with a lot of great musicians, and I put Eli right there with anybody I've played with. He makes a really good accompanist because he listens, and a lot of great guitar players want to show you what all they can do. Eli wants to see what he can do to serve the song, and we've just had a great time together. I've known him since he was about 12 or 13, but we're just doing it because we like to do it, and we'll use it. Joan will use it to help book what we do. He plays on a lot of shows with me now. So we'll use it for that, and we may release, we'll get it to radio stations that have been playing our music around the country. We'll get it to, especially now that I'm sort of semi-retired. I used to be on the road about 250 days. And now I won't drive farther than 8 hours from the house, and I quit flying altogether. So there's a lot of that stuff that Eli can do with me, and we really enjoy doing it. As we're sitting here next weekend, we're playing a show, and we just played the Albino Skunk Festival in South Carolina together. So it's mostly we just love doing it and recording it, and we'll see what we're going to do with it. We may release an EP or something.
I got you.
But it's mostly just to have a record of what we do, we like it so much.
For the love of the music.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think these are about ready to start mixing up and putting together.
I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna get this stuff mixed up together for us. We got some Old Bay seasoning here, and you use whatever season you like out there. And I just do it to taste. Just a little bit in there. The reason I use it is because we do have this crab meat we're gonna be putting in there. Some cheese, of course. I like a lot of cheese in mine. And then, gotta have the bacon. Bacon make a cherry pie taste good. Gotta have some bacon bits. And some crab meat, but this is the finest imitation crab meat I could find at the grocery store that I have right here in my area. That's why this is called fake seafood Pikeville poppers.
I can't imagine Piggly Wiggly's not a seafood capital.
Well, you just never know what you might find. Get that mixed in there good. And it's a texture thing. Can't really tell you how much of everything I put in there. Until it gets bonded real good in there, that's how I know. It's fairly simple though.
It looks like fun.
It is. It is. This is like playing with Play-Doh when I was a kid. Once you get it put together, then you just take it and start stuffing your peppers. Let me get it down in there real good because you want it to go all the way to the bottom. And this next time we go back on the grill, all we're doing is melting that cheese. So it will not take long and they'll be ready to go. All right, we got our peppers stuffed now and ready to go back on the grill. Like I say, it won't take long because all you're doing now is melting that cheese, getting it ready to go. Them peppers have been softened up. We'll set it right back on that grill. Let that melt just a minute. And while that's doing that, we're gonna put the lid on it. And they'll be ready to eat in just a few minutes. Well, let me ask you a few more questions while we're waiting on those to soften up. Now, last time you was on the show, I asked you about when you got started playing music, and you said that was just a couple of years ago. And what you've been up to, and you mentioned a few names as some of your guys that influence you and all that stuff. Has the way you write and the way you think about music, has it changed throughout the years?
Of course. It's not changed. The bass part of it hadn't changed, but just you learn. It's like any craft. The more you do it, the more you know about it. If you pay attention, if you don't become a better songwriter, you're not going to improve than what's happening. But just years of paying attention, hopefully you get better at it. So it's changed in the way that I critique myself, I'd say, more than anything else.
I got you. Now, you also, last time you were on the show, mentioned that you're also a visual artist.
Yep.
Have you been working on any of that kind of thing lately?
Yeah, I'm always working on that. I do a lot of commissions, There's, if you do michaelrenoart.com, you'll see a lot of the stuff I do. I do a lot of entertainers that are popular. When John Prine died, I probably did 9 John Prine portraits. A lot of Pete Seeger banjo heads, Jackson Browne, Linda Ronstadt, people like that, people from our generation, or my generation. And lots of grandkids.
Ah, okay.
I've probably done more portraits of people between 3 and 12 than I have all the others put together.
And they don't even know it, do they?
No, they don't know, but their grandma does.
That's what counts.
But yeah, I do a lot of portraits. I just did one for Mississippi John Hurt. People like that, people that I'm aware of and that I have liked. It turns out that Willie Nelson, a lot of people would like to hang Willie on their wall, that kind of stuff. And it's fun for me. I can sort of only be creative in one thing at a time, sort of. So if I'm writing songs, I'm not drawing pictures. If I'm drawing pictures, I'm not working on sports cars. If I'm working on sports cars, I'm not writing stories, But,
I understand.
It's like you're playing music or you're cooking or, So it's just, to me, the creative gene is just, as long as I'm creating something, I'm okay,
Are you a pet guy? Do you have any pets?
We've always been, I traveled with a dog for years. He was my road manager.
Well, that's the reason I ask. We've got us a puppy bomb back here behind us. That's Theo back there. He likes to hang out with us.
I love dogs. It's just,
he smells what's going on over here.
I've been on the road so long, you can't have a dog and be on the road unless you're Merle Haggard or something, got a tour bus you can leave your dog on. But we've had cats. My wife couldn't travel with me, on a lot of the long trips. But now I just don't want to go anywhere without her. And our last cat passed away about 3 months ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
And that'll probably be she said that's the last cat. She hadn't lived without a cat in 50 years, I think. But so, yeah, we're not really pet people anymore, but we feed everything that comes in the yard. We buy bird seed by the train car load.
I have that same problem here.
Yeah,
I do. And my wife likes those hummingbirds, so I've got them stinking hummingbird feeders hanging everywhere.
Yeah, we got them. We got every bird you can think of. We feed the blue jays every morning. They like peanuts, and I got a bird feeder up next to my studio, which is on the second floor of my building. and you go up there and dump the peanuts in it and pop it like that, tank, 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 and about 12 of them come together, and they come down one at a time and get a peanut and fly off and hide it somewhere, and then come back and get more till they're all gone. So yeah, we got pets, but they don't know they're pets.
Well, it looks like we may be about ready to take these off. Actually, we are. Oh yeah, those look good. Let me see what we got here. That pan gets hot. You need these fancy gloves.
Put this over here so you can see that.
Oh yeah, that cheese is melted. It's ready to go.
Ooh.
Let her cool down just a little bit so we don't burn our mouths, and we'll take us a bite. All right, let's see what we got here. Now that looks like a Pikeville popper. Let's try it to see what we got.
Oh, baby.
Oh, that tastes wonderful. I like that Old Bay seasoning in there.
Oh, mommy.
Now, you said you was going to play us a song here in a little bit.
Can I finish this?
So you can. But as soon as you do, just step over the stage and see what you got.
Love to.
This is the Lucky Star event venue, located right here in beautiful Pikeville, Tennessee. We can cater to any event you may have, such as weddings, birthdays, baby showers, and music events, and much more. If you're interested, please contact us at 423-762-3097.
Do you play music, or are you a songwriter?
I was winded, breathless.
Did you know there's a professional recording studio right here in Pikeville? Schultz Recording Studios is a state-of-the-art recording studio in a custom-designed facility to make your talent shine.
You know I want you. Ask you.
Call us today to book a session and get your fire burning.
All right, I'm Mikey Bledsoe, and again, this has been Cooking and Picking. Today's special guest has been Mr. Michael Reno Harrells. Thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure. It's always nice to come here.
We've had us some Pikeville poppers of the fake seafood variety, and it was a wonderful, wonderful meal. And I really do appreciate you hanging out with me and answering some questions. You said you was going to play a song for us.
That's right, and I'm inspired by your beautiful view here.
Well, thank you so much. I tell you what, you tell us a little story about your song and let us hear it.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Can y'all hear that? That's all. There's a murder of crows up around the hill talking to each other. A crow sat on my windowsill most of one whole day. So I banged some pans and I clapped my hands and I chased that bird away. 'Cause mama says they're bad luck, but he was back that very day, but he didn't stay. He just kept flying. He just kept flying. It scared me when I saw him. It scared me 'cause I'd heard about the bad luck curse, or maybe worse, that comes with those old birds. So I said, you best keep moving. And I guess he must have heard, because that old blackbird just kept flying. Flying right on by. And as he flew by, he caught my eye, and he said, man, it's absurd how you call your karma bad luck and then you blame it on a bird. And then I saw this thing on YouTube couple of months ago about the social lies and the family ties and the intelligence of crows. Now I put food and shiny objects in my yard. But you know, that old crow just keeps flying, flying right on by. Still I keep trying.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Cooking and Picking. I'd like to say thank you once more to Mr.
Thank you, Mikey.
Mr. Michael Reno, Harold. And ladies and gentlemen, remember this, it's michaelreno.com.
.com.
Check him out, please do. Hey, and I would like to remind you to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and keep your fire going. Until next time.
Bye.